Today we talk about myocardial infarctions. And what is myocardial infarction? It is a cardiovascular system disease. Today we talk about myocardial infarction. To define what is myocardial infarctions, acute ischemic necrosis of an area of myocardium is known as myocardial infarctions or myocardial necrosis occurring as a result of critical imbalance between coronary blood supply and myocardial demand is called myocardial infarction. So what is myocardial infarctions? Acute ischemic necrosis of an area of myocardium. Acute ischemic necrosis. Less blood supply to the myocardium as a result of necrosis. The hard part of area is death. As a result, critical imbalance between coronary blood supply and myocardial demand is called myocardial infarctions. Majority myocardial infarctions occur left ventricular, right ventricular infarctions frequently accompanies left ventricular wall MI. So what is the predisposing factor of myocardial infarctions? Predisposing factor of myocardial infarctions: prolonged ischemia, less blood supply, prolonged time in case most cases involve thrombus or athermus plug in coronary artery. Prolonged ischemia is the precipitating factor of myocardial infarctions. Rarely infarctions occur prolonged vasospasm and adequate myocardial blood flow. Myocardium too not adequate blood flow death results cause myocardial infarctions or excessive metabolic demands. Very rarely myocardial infarctions may be caused by embolic occlusion, vasculitis, or aortic root dissection or aortitis. So rarely myocardial infarctions occur embolic occlusions, vasculitis, aortic root dissections, or aortitis. So precipitating factor of myocardial infarctions: reduced myocardial perfusion due to hypotension as a result of hemorrhage or septic shocks. Reduced myocardial perfusions, so low blood supply to myocardium is a result due to hypotension. In hypotension, hemorrhage or septic shocks. Increased myocardial oxygen demand secondary to aortic stenosis, fever, and tachycardia. So increased myocardial oxygen demands as a result of hypoxia or hypoxemic. So less oxygen supply to heart as a result. So this is the precipitating factor of myocardial infarctions: respiratory tract infection, hypoxemia of any cause, hypoglycemia, low blood sugar level, sympathetic drug, and allergy. So that's the precipitating factor of myocardial infarctions. So thereafter we go to clinical feature of myocardial infarctions. And clinical feature we study first goes to symptoms. So what is the first symptom of myocardial infarction? So chest pain, retrosternal similar to angina, location and radiation but it occur at rest. The angina pain may occur in exercise time or emotional stress that time occur. And myocardial infarction chest pain more than 30 minutes and it is not relieved by nitroglycerin, and the angina pain relieved by nitroglycerin, and the angina pain less than 30 minutes, and the myocardial infarction pain more than 30 minutes. Some patients note only dull edges, numbness of the wrist in association with severe retrosternal or pericardial discomfort, pain also epigastrium and symbolite abdominal disorder. MI manifested clinically not with chest pain but rather by symptom of acute left ventricular failure, chest tightness or marked weakness or syncope. Associated symptom of ventricular myocardial infarction. Associated symptom may have nausea and vomiting, more common. Some patient diarrhea, severe weakness, dizziness, and palpitation may be associated with chest discomfort. So that's the symptom of myocardial infarction: nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, severe weakness, dizziness, palpitation, or chest discomfort. Profuse sweating, which may be drenched in the blood clot, is syncope, develop in blood sugar, blood pressure due to development of serious arrhythmia. Patient is restlessness due to anxiety and pain. There may be atypical presentation of MI with stroke and peripheral embolism, indigestion, acute mania, or psychosis. Faintness or silent infarctions. The faintness or silent infarction may be occur in hypertensive and diabetic patients. Sudden death occur. About 20% of patients with acute infarction will die before reaching to hospital due to early arrhythmia. Sudden death occur in that patient. 20% of patients will die before they not reach to hospitals due to early death of arrhythmia, ventricular fibrillations. On examination, when the patient come to hospital, we examine the patient. General examinations. The patient is appear anxious, restlessness, and distress. So that's the symptom. The general examination of patients. Pain, clench, first held against the sternum. Refuse cold prescription and pallor present due to symptom. We check cardiogenic shock. Patient may be confused or disoriented due to cerebral hypoperfusion. We check pulse may be tachycardia or bradycardia. Tachycardia due to anxiety or low cardiac output or arrhythmia. Bradycardia if there is inferior wall MI. Blood pressure, there may be hypertensive response more than 160, systolic and diastolic more than 90. And previous non-motensive in the past few hours secondary to adrenergic stimulation due to pain, anxiety, and agitation. Previously, hypertensive patient may become non-motensive after MI remain hypertensive. Blood pressure may be low due to dehydration, medications such as nitrate, morphine, and beta blocker, and after left ventricular dysfunction. So that's the high blood pressure and low blood pressure. Blood pressure may be low, dehydration, medications, and left ventricular dysfunction. And medication may have nitrate, morphine, and beta blocker, and increase in hypertensive patients. Temperature, majority of patients MI develop in 24 to 48 hours. Non-specific response to tissue necrosis there that resolve for prepared day. Respiratory rate may be increased due to anxiety, pain, or heart failure. Examination of pericardium. Cardiac examination may be normal or having the following abnormality: ASA, pulse heart sound, fourth heart sound, pulse heart sound, reflect left ventricular dysfunction, androgen systolic murmur due to mitral regurgitation due to papillary muscle dysfunction or left ventricular dilations. So after we goes to lungs. In lungs, basal crepitation mostly present and do not necessarily indicate heart failure. Crepitation may be severe involved. More than half lung fail due to left ventricular failure. Diffuse wheezing also may be present in severe left ventricular failure. So physical sign of myocardial infarction: sign pallor, sweating, tachycardia, sign vagal vomiting, sometimes tachycardia, sign raised UV, narrow heart, quiet, first heart sound, hypotension, oliguria, core, sign tissue damage, fever, complication, arrhythmia, murmur of ventricular septal defect, regurgitation. Now after we goes to ECG. ECG, according to WHO criteria, myocardial infarction can be diagnosed if the following three factors are present: history of ischemic chest type chest pain. ECG change of myocardial infarction, initially a rise and then fall of cardiac enzymes. ECG, in the classical ECG, we check ST elevation, T wave, ST segment elevation, formation of Q wave, T wave inversions. This change may occur over a few hours to several days. Occasionally, initial ECG is normal and diagnostic change appear a few hours later. So this is the ECG of myocardial infarctions. So 1, 2, 3, AVR, AVL, AVF, V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. So ECG localization of myocardial infarction, inferior wall MI 2, 3, AVF. So look at 2, 3, AVF. So this is the inferior wall MI. Septal MI V1, V2. So look at V1 and V2. Anteroseptal V1, V4. So look at V1 and V4. Extensive anterior wall MI 1 AVL V1 V6. 1 AVL V6. So that's all the ECG change of myocardial infarction. After we go check type of infarctions, Q wave infarctions, non-Q wave infarctions, so that you look in ECGs. RST segment. We check cardiac enzyme. Myocardial infarction lead detectable rise in the plasma concentration of enzyme normally confined within cardiac cell. The enzyme most widely used in the detection of myocardial infarction are the following: cardiac specific troponin. We check troponin. These enzymes can detect highly specific cardiac injury and detect small infarctions. Troponin T rise only within 2 to 4 hours and elevated troponin 1, 7, 10. So that's the, although LDH is elevated, low density hypoprotein for 10 days. Creatinine kinase, so that is the enzyme which kinase, isoenzyme we check. Creatinine kinase M be present in heart, creatinine kinase MM present in skeletal muscle, and creatinine kinase B be present in brain. So that's the isoenzyme of the heart. So we check after investigation serum myoglobin. So myoglobin released from entry of microorganisms. Come to the circulation quite early. It is very sensitive to retardation of infarctions. So that we check other serum marker, aspirate, aminotransferase. We check that 24 to 48 hour. Lactate dehydrogenase. We check that blood CpASR, polymorphonuclear leukocytosis, raise ASR, X-ray chest demonstrates pulmonary edema, heart size, enlarged cardiac shadow indicates CCF or pericardial infusion. Echocardiography we can give to patients. NDX, radionuclide scan. So that's the investigation of myocardial infarction. ECG more than number, ECG lead showing ST segment elevation larger, cardiac enzyme, echocardiography. So the management, how we manage myocardial infarction. So all patients with suspected myocardial infarction should be confined, strict bed rest, and admitted in hospital, preferably in CCU. General major activity, complete blood test per 12 to 24 hours if it is no hypotension. The patient is shower himself by there is no hypotension. So diet nothing by mouth, clear liquid by mouth for the first 4 to 12 hours because there is no risk of vomiting or aspirations. Bowel, beside commode facility should be available. Give laxative if there is constipations. Sedation for anxiety such as alprazolam, Zensex. Oxygen supplementation if oxygen saturation is low. Specific pain relief control cardiac enzyme typically with nitrates, morphine, oxygen and beta blockers. Intravenous pressure should be inserted and powerful analgesic is given in morphine. Morphine relief pain in anxiety. If morphine cause hypotension and bradycardia, give atropine. 0.5 to 1.5 mg IV for respiratory depression. Naloxone 0.5 to 0.2 mg IV is antidote. Intramuscular injection should be avoided in patient with MI, so that's the main point of myocardial infarction, aspirin 300 milligram, 75 to 300 milligram daily. Aspirin causes 30% reduction in short-term mortality on its own and enhance the effect of thrombolytic therapy. Nitrates we use by sublingual nitroglycerin injected should be given to relieve chest discomfort. Nitroglycerin must be continuously inferior while MI associated left ventricular infarction with nitrates should be avoided because patient may become severely hypotensive in response to nitroglycerins. Intravenous nitroglycerin is not used in all patient MI, which we use nitroglycerin left ventricular failure due to MI patient with hypertension, recurrent or persistent ischemic pain, high risk patients. In nitroglycerin, we use isocate. Start infusion at the rate of 5 to 10 milligram per minute. Increase BP 5 to 10 milligram, 5 to 20 mg per minute. We use beta blocker. In beta blocker, we have metoprolol, low pressure 5 milligram IV every 5 minutes for 3 doses provided. Beta blocker should be avoided in cardiac failure, heart block, bronchospasm, or severe bradycardia. ACE inhibitor we use angiotensin converting enzyme. In angiotensin converting enzyme, we use captopril, K14 25 milligram initial dose, 6 to 25 milligram. Thrombolytic therapy, coronary thrombolysis help in restoring coronary artery potency. Now, thrombolytic therapy we use streptokinase SK. So, streptokinase 155 billion until enzyme of saline IV per hour. Cessation of pain, abrupt cessation of pain is the segment resolution. Rapid evolution of Q wave in ECG, and early peak of CK by 12 hours. So the advantage of radiology chief. After we go to, so this is the thrombolytic therapy, LT-phase or recombinant tissue plasminogen activator. We give this patient for 15 milligram bolus followed by the 5 milligram for next 30 minutes. Advantage: it is not antigenic and can be given next time. It does not cause hypotension. It does not cause allergic reactions. Other thrombolytic drugs, retiplase, tenecteplase, complication of thrombolytic therapy, bleeding resistance, splenic rupture, or aortic dissections. Anticoagulant drugs we use heparin, protamine sulfate, such as zarfang units of heparin subcutaneously however until the patient is ambulatory to prevent thrombolysis. So that's all the management of myocardial infarctions. So if you have any questions, write in the comments. So thank you.